This is day 3 of vlogging my calisthenics workouts. Today we're going to be working on some one-arm handstand push-ups, and doing some legs. My name's Hunter Stein. I've been training calisthenics for a year and a half. If you want to learn how to progress as fast as I have, then stick around to the end of the video and learn as much as you can. Let's get into it. We're going to get started with some handstand holds, just to get warmed up. Do a handstand hold, and then do some side-to-side leans on the wall and then off the wall. And then after that, I'm going to go straight into one-arm handstand. And today we're going to be doing less of one-arm handstand attempts. We're going to be doing more taps, where I have my offhand on the ground. We kind of tap off the ground and on the ground for stabilization. That way I can just get more used to being in the position. And then the reason why we're doing the side-to-side leans just before the one-arm handstand is just because, that's going to get my body used to that side lean, where my body is not just to the side, but my hips are going to be shifted, and I need to get more used to that position. The reason why I've been doing these recently is just because your opposite hip should be in line, pretty much a straight line from your, so if I'm doing my right hand should be pretty much in line with my left hip. And so you can't just be spread apart and like leaned over. You have to shift your hips. And so you'll see that when I'm doing the leans, I'll be working on that through the taps and the one-arm handstand attempts, but we'll just get straight into it. Probably noticed when I was doing the leans on the wall and then off the wall over here, that you could see my hips were shifting. And so they were shifting to the side so that the opposite hip, again, like I'd mentioned, can line up with the opposite arm. That just helps a ton with the balance. That's the form that you're going to want. Another couple of tips that I've learned as I've been practicing my one-arm handstand is to really press with that arm that you're on. So if I'm going to be doing a one-arm handstand on my right arm, I really want to press into the ground as hard as I can. And you want to press your shoulder away. So you don't want your shoulder to be depressed. You want it elevated. And you don't want to let your arm bend at all. You want straight arm, press as hard into the ground as possible. And that's going to just help you with the balance. And so those are my thoughts when I'm trying to do the one-arm handstand. I'm going to get right into the actual one-arm handstand. So I'm going to do one-arm handstand attempt on my right and left, and then after that, hop into some taps, one-arm handstand taps. And you'll see, again, I'm trying to focus on shifting my hips as well as just pressing into the ground as hard as I can. We'll see if we can get a couple of good holds here. You'll have good days, you'll have bad days. Today feels pretty good. It's not bad at all. Sometimes you have days where just you can't even hold a regular handstand and you fall every single time. And some days your one arm handstand feels really good. And today it feels pretty decent. I had a couple of good holds. Um, we're gonna move on to handstand push-ups now, and today is all about freestyle. And so it's not a lot because mainly today we're gonna be focusing on legs. So just a little bit of one-arm handstand, a little bit of handstand push-ups. We're gonna do some freestyle, just do whatever, pretty much. We have more structure on, I believe it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah. No, Tuesdays and Fridays is when we'll have more structure. But Wednesdays we freestyle, try new things, try new combos, and so we'll do a few of those, and we're just gonna get right into it. For legs today, we're gonna keep it really simple. We're gonna do 3 sets of pistol squats on each leg, 3 sets of shrimp squats on each leg, of course. And then some of you might be surprised, but I actually enjoy lifting, especially for legs. It's a lot better, in my opinion, than just doing calisthenics because there's a certain point that calisthenics can take you in legs, but eventually it just gets really boring. So many sets, so many reps, just because they're very large muscles compared to your upper body. And so I like using weights to be able to burn out my leg muscles quicker. That way I don't have to spend so much time in the gym doing legs each day. And so I do one leg day each week, do a lot of weight training for it. And so we'll go from there. I'll explain what we're doing for the weights after we do the shrimp squats and the pistol squats. We're gonna get some barbell squats in today. I don't like to go extremely heavy. I mean, 225 is pretty much good enough for me. I just like to do a lot more reps, getting a lot of volume, similar to calisthenics where you're doing a whole ton of volume for everything. And so we'll probably try and get about 8 to 12 reps per set. We're going to do 4 sets, move on to leg extensions, and we'll go decently heavy with the leg extensions, and we're just going to call it there for today. Legs are already feeling pretty good after those shrimp squats and pistol squats. I'm sure after these barbell squats and the leg extensions, we're going to be feeling really good, great pump, good workout. I've really enjoyed making these videos over the last few days, and I wasn't super sure how I'd feel about them at first. Filming takes a lot of time in between sets, but I think the more that I get into this, the easier that it gets. And I like to keep things just raw, unedited, so you guys get to see kind of this version of me, the regular version of me that isn't super edited or cut. And so like I said, I've enjoyed this, and I like to just add in, education and information into the workouts so that you guys not just see what I'm doing, but you guys also get to learn from it, know my thoughts, get my experience. So that's really the goal of these videos, just to help you guys to be able to make more progress yourselves. Really, that's one of my biggest goals in life is to get people in America, because that's where I'm from. I want people in America doing calisthenics. I want it to be a huge sport here. I think it'll be so fun once there are more competitions. I used to play basketball when I was younger, and so I loved the competition, and I want it to be like basketball, where there's calisthenics parks on every corner and just people doing it all over. Ton of fun mini competitions, one-on-ones, team stuff, group stuff. I don't even know. But that's really the goal here in the end. So that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts on this format of video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.